Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of Musician Memoirs on the In the Pocket with Chip G podcast. I am your humble host, Kevin Chip Ginyard, and I'm hyped to be here with you again on this Wednesday night. We're going to talk about the music industry. We're going to talk about how to stay in the pocket, how to find your niche in whatever industry you're in. I'm very excited tonight. I missed you guys, and we're back to create new content. Thank you all for taking time out on your Wednesday night to chill with us. We're going to dig in and just learn something. Get something that's going to help you be better people, better creatives in this industry and whatever industry you're in, whether it be music, arts, film, media, whatever you're geared to or whatever your passion is. I want to help inspire you to create new content, new ideas, write the book, create the podcast, write the song. And I'm bringing in people that have experience in these industries and they're going to help you in your journey. So I'm super excited tonight to talk to one of my good friends that I've known for forever. And you ever know somebody so long you don't even remember how you met them? Yeah, my guy Jonathan Hunter, DJ Nutty, is that guy. So we're gonna get into his story and talk to him about his story, about where he came from and his origin of being a musician and transitioning into becoming one of the most sought after popular DJs in the Atlanta metro area. So I'm super hyped tonight. Let's talk a little bit about what the theme of the podcast is. This podcast was created to help people find their rhythm, to help them find their niche through inspirational stories that our guests provide. We want to help you find your groove. We want to help you pursue your dreams and motivation that you can gain from listening to our guests. So hailing from the city of Baltimore, B. Moore, now residing in Atlanta. This man is a celebrity DJ and a brilliant businessman. He has maintained a successful career for the past 20 years, and he's just getting started. So let's not keep our listeners waiting. Let's bring to the stage my boy to the show. Welcome to the pod, my brother, DJ Nutty, the champ. What up,
hello,
Nutty?
Hello. What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
Yo, it's an honor to have you, bro. Like, I know you're super busy for one, and so you took time out of your busy week to just chill and chop it up with us. So we're super grateful, man.
Grateful to be here, man. Thank you for having me, my brother.
Yeah. So let's not keep everybody waiting. You know, it's Wednesday night. I don't want to get right to it because we got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yes,
so being from Baltimore, Maryland, famous city, popular city, you know, talk to me about how it was growing up in Baltimore.
Growing up in Baltimore was quite interesting, believe it or not. But it's a story before Baltimore.
Let's go.
I was actually born in Jamaica, Queens.
Whoa, my mom, Queens get the money.
Yes, sir, dollar bill.
Yeah.
My mom is from New York. My father is actually from South Carolina.
Oh,
now,
wow.
how they met, I don't really know the whole story.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it was in church because they're both ministers. My father's a bishop, my mom's evangelist. They met. So I was born in New York. Then we actually moved back down to South Carolina.
Wow.
So I have some roots in South Carolina, Spartanburg, Greenville.
Whoa.
That area. So I was there until I was probably about 10, 11, 10 years old, something like that. Then we moved to Baltimore. My father got a church. He pastored a church in Baltimore. Wow. So that's what actually moved us.
Whoa.
The church. Yeah. So that's why I said it's a long story, but I'm trying to make it as short as possible.
Was that a culture shock for you coming from the South?
Oh, major.
I'm sure, bro.
Major. I mean, South Carolina, Baltimore, night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day. So my father became the pastor of a church in Baltimore. So we moved up around 10 years old. And I was in Baltimore from the age of 10 until August of 2013.
Wow.
Me and my wife, we decided, that Baltimore, we felt like we had reached our peak. As far as playing, I played everywhere, played at all the churches, did the whole thing. I had just kind of started my DJ career, which actually started by mistake. Okay. We'll get to that too.
Yeah.
So of course I was playing drums all this time ever since like 5 years old.
Yep.
But like I said, long story short, around 10 years old, my father got the church in Baltimore. We moved to Baltimore, and I lived there up until about 2013.
Yeah.
It's about like 30 years of my life.
Of course, bro.
Yes,
wow.
Indeed.
So moving, I think you said, what'd you say? Spartanburg, Greenville?
Spartanburg, Greenville. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So my family's from Orangeburg, which is
okay.
But that's where my grandparents are from. But that's crazy being a PK. I already understand how it was growing up. So moving from South Carolina to Baltimore at the age of 10, that's prime years, right? That's kind of finding who you are.
Yeah, kind of middle schoolish, school, sixth grade, seventh. Yeah.
Did you already have a love for music then, or was?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to me about that.
The music thing kind of started when I was a little kid down in South Carolina at the age of 5 or 6.
Yeah.
My father was pastoring a church in South Carolina.
Right.
And of course, my mom, shout out to my mom, Evangelist Hunter. Shout out to my dad, Bishop Hunter.
Shout out Bishop.
My father's still in Baltimore. My mom is actually relocated back to South Carolina, back to the roots.
Yeah.
So church, my father was pastoring around 5 years old. My mom has always been a musician, a minister of music, an organist, a keyboard player. She still is to this day.
Wow. Go, Mom.
Yes. So, of course, by her being, into music, my mom had a popular choir in South Carolina, a community choir called the Gaffney Mass Choir. It was
Oh, that's where the
located.
Peach is in Gaffney. When you driving on
Yes,
85.
yes. So my mom had the Gaffney Mass Choir, which was a very popular choir in the area.
Yeah.
Shout out to one of the legends of South Carolina as far as drums. His name is Fred Corey. He
Wow.
was the drummer for my mom's community choir.
Dope.
I was that little boy, my drumsticks sitting on
Yeah.
the side,
On the side, yeah.
watching him. He was like the pocket king, back
Yeah.
in the day. So that's kind of how the drum thing, the love for drum, the passion, the interest, it kind of started around that age, 5 or 6, years old.
Yeah.
With my mom, being around my mom,
Yeah.
she's the organist in the music and the choir, and
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. It was just in me,
Right.
Pause. But yeah,
I got you.
that's it. Yeah, man. That's where it started right there.
The origin started from your love of being, well, first of all, being a PK, being around it all the time, right? And then your
Yes.
mom being a musician. Oh
Mhm.
man, so you had a cheat code. So what kind of music
Yeah.
was played in your house?
A little bit of everything, but I'll say 75% gospel.
Mhm.
My father's side, it's kind of heavy quartet. My father's still heavy in the quartet in Baltimore.
Oh, that's
My
dope.
uncle is just a pastor in South Carolina. He had quartet groups.
Yeah.
I grew up playing quartet with them at the
Wow.
church, at their church. Then in my
Yeah.
dad's church, I got to play the contemporary.
Yeah.
So I had a little balance. I had a little bit of balance of both. So it was about 75% gospel. I'll say the remaining balance would be a little bit of soul, R&B.
Okay.
My mom, even though she was a gospel artist and musician, she
Mhm.
loved Anita Baker. She loved Patti LaBelle. She
Yeah.
loved. So I would hear those type of things, growing up, and I was like, okay, it's all types. It's more than just,
Yeah. Right.
it's more to this music thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's dope. So did you your mom being this great musician, did you feel pressure to be a musician, or did it just came organically?
It came organically, man. I
Yeah.
mean, it was one of those things where, it's almost like you just couldn't help but fall into it, because that's
Mhm.
just what we live. And even to this day, my
Yeah.
wife is like, put your headphones on. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because
right.
it's 24/7 music.
Yeah.
It's just in my blood, man.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
We grew up similar in that way. I know typical PK stuff, right? You were in church all the
Mhm.
time.
All the
And
time.
yeah, and so you were enamored by the love of music and just inspired by whoever you saw. So who are some of the other people, anybody else in South Carolina that helped shape you musically?
Well, I grew up with my cousin. My cousin, his name is Josh McDowell. He's a phenomenal keyboardist, organist, musician in the South Carolina area. If you go in
Dope.
South Carolina, everybody knows Josh.
Dope.
So we kind of grew up together. We're around the same age. He played keys and organ. I played drums.
Yeah.
And everywhere we went, we was the band. You know what I'm
Batman
saying?
and Robin,
Like,
right?
Batman and Robin, bro. Batman and
Two-piece.
Robin. I mean, it was so serious that when I moved to Baltimore, he moved with me.
Wow. You brought him with you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he played at Empowerment Temple
Yeah.
for Dr. Jamal Bryant and the whole.
Ooh.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it was just in our blood, man, and that's just what it was. Music, music, music. And he was a great inspiration because he was super talented. Like,
Right.
I could honestly say, musically, he was way far ahead of me.
Okay.
As far as his musical knowledge and
Okay.
skills and talent and what he heard. Like,
Mhm.
it was just like, bro, you on the
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah.
Especially coming from South Carolina. That's
Right.
why when he came to Baltimore with me, he fit right in.
Okay. So he was already advanced by the time he got to be
Oh
more.
my
He was
God,
already...
he was all the
Yeah.
churches, everybody wanted him. As soon as they heard him, they're like,
Yeah.
can you play for my group? Can you play for my
Right,
church?
right.
He was just
Yeah.
like, what am I supposed to do? I'm a country guy. But he ended up moving back to South Carolina. He's still playing at like 3 churches right now,
Okay.
running things.
That's dope.
Yeah, he was definitely a great inspiration growing up, man. Me and him were Batman and Robin.
Music is really like the family business.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
music and
man.
church, right? Music and preaching.
Yes, yes, that too. My brother's a phenomenal drummer to this right now in DC, Baltimore.
Dope.
I'm gonna send you some clips of my brother. He's
Please
phenomenal.
do, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what's up. So, at what age, we go through all the trials, or not trials, but all the paying our dues in church, right? And we have to wait our turn, and we have to watch the guy ahead of us. And talk to me about that, like, finally waiting and then finally getting your chance.
Well, it always would come a situation or a time where my mom's drummer may not be able to make it to the gig, or it really started in rehearsals.
Yeah.
If he wasn't able to make the rehearsal, I would definitely That's my chance. I'm like, look,
right.
oh, Fred not here. Oh,
Word.
I'm on. I don't care if I'm loud or wrong. I'm on.
Right.
So those were the times where I actually got a chance to step in and kind of get my feet wet.
Yeah.
Per se. But once we, moving ahead a little bit, once we moved to Baltimore, my mom became a minister of music at a church as well. My father was pastoring. It's just all church, man.
Of course.
And I was hired as the drummer at the church with my mom. She's the minister of music there as well.
That's dope. So at what age did you feel like you came into your own? Did you feel like you were good?
I'll say probably around about the time I was moving to Baltimore, I was like, okay, I can hold my own. Like,
so 10, 11.
Yeah, about 10, 11. Yeah, I'm ready.
Ooh,
I'm holding a whole service, concert, you name it. I'm playing. I'm the main guy.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. And then at what age were you like starting to get opportunities to get paid to play?
I'll say 13, 14.
Yeah.
13,
wow,
14. Because early. In Baltimore, my era in Baltimore, it was really heavy with like the groups and choirs and stuff. I mean, you go to a midnight musical, it's like 30 groups.
Of course.
And they all smashing, like everybody.
Right.
So it was one of those things, man, like 13, 14, 15. I'm ready. I'm ready. Playing in the jazz band at school.
Of course, yeah.
The whole nine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when the money, not really, it wasn't checks back then. They would give you cash back then.
Right.
This was before Cash App. We old.
Right.
But yeah.
Did you go to a performing arts high school? Because
you did. I went to a regular high school in Baltimore. Milford Mill Academy is where I went. But some of my classmates were Mike Reed, Dana Hawkins. We all went to the same school, played together.
Holy moly! Wow.
Yes. Yep.
Those are Mike incredible.
Reed, Dana Hawkins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Incredible musicians, bro.
Yeah. So actually, the singer Mario, he went to our school. You said he just a friend, Mario. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Baltimore. Same high school. Same high school, bro.
So you were like what, a sophomore, junior? He was a freshman or something like that?
I think he might have been a little bit younger than me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a little bit behind me. But he definitely graduated from the same school as me.
That's dope. So did you
Mike Reed and them probably about 2 or 3 years younger?
Yep.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 years. So I was like a junior, senior. They were like freshmen.
Okay.
And they were like, like Mike, that's my guy. I still talk to Mike to this day, man. Phenomenal guy. Out with Rihanna and Mike.
Shout out Mike Reed. You got to help me get him on the pod. And I got to get Dana out here too.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Those are my guys. Definitely, man. So was music always the goal for you? Musician or bust?
Music was always the goal, but not DJing.
Okay.
I never really thought that I would become a DJ. Like I said, becoming a DJ was kind of like a mistake. It really wasn't. Of course, it was God ordained.
Of course.
But from my perspective, it's like, how did I get here? But I know how it happened.
Okay.
It happened. I gave my wife a birthday party. We used to give a lot of house parties back in Baltimore. Me and my wife, and people would always come to our house party. We were some of the first people to ever have hookah at our house. Like we had hookah years ago, like way before it even hit the streets.
Yeah.
So long story short, I gave her a birthday party and we were like, oh, what are we gonna do about music? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She was just like, I don't know, and I knew a lot of DJs back then from playing drums because in Baltimore, we used to do these parties where I would play drums with the DJs.
Yeah.
We used to do drummer DJ parties. I used to do it all the time. And shout out to my boy, Mike Moore, because Mike Moore kind of started it in Baltimore.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not sure if you know Mike Moore.
Of course.
But, yeah, Mike. So Mike kind of started the drum DJ things. You know what I'm saying? So me, Mike Moore, Devin Webster. Shout out to Devin Webster.
You name all the killers.
Eminem's drummer. All from Baltimore. All Baltimore, man. So we were doing the drummer DJ thing. So I kind of knew DJs, but I was like, I don't know if I want to hire a DJ, And at the time, it's funny because a drummer friend of mine, who is actually a DJ as well, we had just had a discussion about like music and how much music we had. And I was like, bro, how did you get, I know we both drummers, but how did you get into this DJ thing? And he was explaining his story. So I said, well, look, bro, if you don't mind, man, share some of the software or whatever you may have. I'll just put it on my laptop. This was back when like it was white MacBooks.
Yeah.
Remember they had the white ones and the
white
black
MacBook.
Ones?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. I still got mine. I still got it. Yes.
Yep.
So he gave me his software. I started kind of messing around with it. I uploaded a lot of music that I already had because I'm a musician. I just got tons of music.
Of course.
And long story short, we had the birthday party, and I literally DJ'd with that software that he gave me on my computer at the party. I rented.
What was it? Serato, like the first one?
No, back then it was virtual DJ. It was virtual.
Okay,
he gave me virtual DJ, right? That's kind of like the starter thing system, you know. A lot of people still use it. No discrimination against virtual DJ.
Yeah.
But so I rented a sound system from a friend of mine, and I hooked up my laptop to the sound system, and I like DJ with the virtual DJ on my laptop. No turntables, no controller, nothing, no mixer, nothing.
Yeah.
And after the party, I just remember everybody coming to me saying, "Yo, Nutty, like, you DJing now?" I said, "No, I'm not. I'm a drummer. Y'all know I'm a drummer."
Right.
And they was like, "Bro, like, you was rocking. Like, the party was rocking. The party
never stopped, right? Yeah.
And I remember that night. Me and my wife was laying in the bed after the party, after all the commotion. And I was like, "Babe," I was like, "How did I do for real? Like, be honest, because you know, if anybody gonna be truthful, your wife gonna tell you the truth.
Your woman
if
gonna
you
tell
sound
you
like
truth.
what? If you sound like trash, she's gonna be like, babe, you know, I love you." But she was like, "Nah, you actually did a good job. Like, all my friends and everybody, you know, enjoyed it. They had a good time. The music selection was good and everything." And I said, "Wow." So maybe like a month or so later, I said, "Babe, what you think about me maybe, you know, trying this thing out? You know, let's just see." You know, I went out, purchased a little Newmark, you know, beginner $200 situation.
Yeah.
And she on here laughing now.
Yeah.
This is a true story, bro. I can't make none of this up. So so I started kind of working out with that, and my sister was pregnant.
Okay.
And she was like, "Okay, I'm getting ready to have a baby shower. We need some music." So I was like, you know, I got this little situation. I could come rock. Right. And I could shout out to my sister Janae. My sister gave me really my first gig, actually DJing in public. And from there, man,
took off.
It took off, bro. It took off, man.
So you started at home, you know, by accident, and then did your sister party, and then it just picked
baby
up from
shower.
there. Baby shower, and then it just took off from there.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. So prior to this, what were your goals? What did you want to be? If you weren't a musician and you're not a celebrity DJ now, what did you want to be?
I wanted to be this touring drummer, man. I wanted to be this superstar drummer. I wanted to be on the road. I wanted to be playing for all these artists and traveling, and that's really kind of what I wanted to do, man. But God had another plan, bro. He had another plan. So I just had to follow. I had to follow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Drumming will never stop for me. I still play on Sunday mornings now to this day. But as far as gigging, nah, not gigging.
That's okay though, because you are nice and you are blazing.
God bless you, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Nah, my guy Nutty is the truth. He put.
You are too. You are too.
We're not talking about me though.
You on this podcast acting like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You to Baltimore smash with you for praise, bro.
Oh man, good times, man. I think that's how we met, right? Do you remember how we met? Because
it had to be. It had to be a musical. Had to be, man. Like you probably was coming down playing with JJ Harrison, You for Praise. This was the awesome God days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we definitely met then. I can't remember the specific
me either
time, but you remember me, I remember you. Like, that's Chip. That's Chip. Connecticut.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. So we have that in common. Like our story is very similar, you know, growing up, loving the drums and moving, and then now at this point in my life, moving into other ventures and stuff. I'm still playing like you. But talk to me about your musical tree. I know you dropped a few names before. Who was in your music class? Just to touch on that again, any keyboard players, drummers, bass players, who was in the Nutty family tree?
Well, as far as musicians, when it comes to, I guess the tree of in Baltimore it's like eras. Yeah. And my era is the Corey Bakers, the Justin Savages, the Adam Johnsons, Mike Reeds, Dana Hawkins, Buddy Lakins, Chris Forbes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all certified killers.
Steve McCoy. That's my era. Buggy. Isaiah Thomas from DC. So that's kind of my era. That's kind of where I came up under. I was really heavy into Buggy was one of my favorite drummers coming up, man.
One of the greatest of all time.
greatest of all times. That boy Buggy. I don't think nobody's bust as many bass drum heads as Buggy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Buggy, man. He showed me love, man.
The Go-Go King.
The Go-Go King, bro.
Yeah.
But he can play some gospel. Don't sleep.
Of course.
Don't let that Go-Go fool you.
No,
because I used to be like, okay, he can just play it. Man.
Nah, he's sick with it.
He's sick with it all the way around, man. All the way around. But those are some of the guys that I came up with, man.
Dope.
You know, from the area.
I love it. All of those guys are accomplished musicians as yourself. And I remember Baltimore was our second home. We were in, because we would go to Virginia. Yeah. We would do a show in Virginia on Friday. We would go to DC on Saturday and Baltimore on Sunday night, and then come home. Maybe stop in New Jersey or in Brooklyn to do something at James Hall. But like, we were in Baltimore so much. We were in Baltimore so much that they recorded in Baltimore because we had such a following and such a love in Baltimore. So I got to meet a lot of the cats and a lot of guys that are on right now. And it's so dope that we met each other when we were young. Yes. Because now I get to see everybody's career skyrocket. Yes. It's so dope to see where everybody is. Yes, but it's all from humble beginnings because we were all kids. I remember standing by you at Empowerment, just watching everybody play, waiting for my turn, like we were all there. Like all of our stories. When I get these guests to come on the pod, people are like, how do you get these people? And I'm like, I know them already. Like I
know them for years.
Yeah, know them for years. Like it's not, Adam Blackstone, this person. Like, no, I've known them from church, So
you know why? You know why? Because we all met before this social media thing.
Absolutely.
We had to actually get each other's phone numbers.
Yep.
It wasn't it wasn't, what I'm saying? A lot of people know each other via social media. What I'm saying? They don't really know each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we came up under that era where, it wasn't Instagram, it wasn't Facebook. It was like, bro, I see who you playing for.
Yeah.
I see what you sound like in real life.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just think the respect was a little bit more thicker.
Yeah, it was also like reading the credits and that's Eddie Hayward. You know what I mean? Like the anticipation. Oh, that's Justice Savage. Oh my goodness! Like you look forward to meeting these cats. Oh, Kevin Bond's coming to town. Oh, Cedric Thompson's coming to town. Like you look forward. These people were people you idolized, and then you finally got to meet them. And some of them were cool, some of them weren't. But you got the opportunity to meet these great people
in person, not in person, social media. Right.
Facts.
I love our era, man. I mean, I feel like we're getting older now, but I appreciate our era. Yeah. Because it taught us how to be real human beings. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the young cats, they on social media doing that thing and they're smashing it. Then it's like I'll meet them or him in person. Yeah. And I'll be like, wow.
They can't hold the conversation.
I'm like, bro, like really? We just came up on a different era, man. That's all.
Yeah, I think our era was the last era. We have manners. We know how to talk to people. We know how to hold the conversation. We were there
to show up on time. Like,
oh man, that's a whole.
We really had rehearsals.
Yeah.
Like, like sleeping rehearsals. Like,
put the work in.
Put the work in, bro.
It's not just like set up some lights and some cameras in our basement and record covers. No, Let
me tell you something, bro. When I was coming up, we would do gigs, and the only thing I had to play to was an MPC track, not no stems.
And
we just had a track.
That was cutting edge, bro.
And the keyboard players actually played the parts. It wasn't stems.
Before 9/11, bro, we would hit the road with 8 or 9 musicians. It'd be 3 keyboard players, a whole band, a guitar player, a bass player, 3 keyboard players, an organist. I mean, horns. Like it was a real situation.
It was a real situation.
Now you just need a laptop and a drummer.
Well, you know what's funny, man? Me being a DJ, I'm on the other side of things. Yeah. So the DJs kind of have that same view. They like, we were the DJs carrying those records and those crates.
Yeah.
And now y'all just pull out with a laptop and this and that. So I can kind of understand where they're coming from. But at the same time, being a DJ is a whole different animal, man. Yeah. Regardless if you carrying crates or you got music in your laptop, if you don't know what to play, when to play it, and how to play it,
right,
you're done. So so it's bigger than just push and play and playing songs. People don't understand that, man.
So Baltimore is a special city.
Yes, sir.
Musically, we talked about the church side of it. Talk about the club side of Baltimore as far as the Baltimore scene, the dance scene, like the dance wave is coming back. Beyonce, Drake have put this music out and it's new to the kids, right? That they're like, oh, this is a new style of music, but it's like Jordan's, like we caught it the first time it came around. You know, like
bro.
so. Talk to me about the scene of Baltimore club music.
The Baltimore music scene is incredible.
Yeah.
I really wish the world knew the amount of music, the stuff that actually came from Baltimore that you hear now. Like half of that Drake album is Baltimore.
I'm
Like,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
so it's just, you know, we have Baltimore is one of those unique cities that's got their own sound, their own look.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's so crazy because DC is so close and
Yes.
Baltimore, but we're so different. Like
I was
when
gonna
we go
ask
to
you that.
when we go to DC, they be like, "Oh yeah, you a Baltimore cat. You say
Yeah.
yo and this and that." And then you know what I'm saying? And when they come to Baltimore, we like, "Oh, you a DC cat. You say young. Yo, he lunching. You lunching." We like, "What? Lunching?" You know? So,
Right.
but I have so much love for DC, man. I played a lot of drums and a lot of music in DC and
Yeah.
you know, in the DC area. But Baltimore is very unique. We definitely have our own sound. The Baltimore club music is really authentic.
Yeah.
And if you never really been to it, I'm talking about a party. I'm not talking about what it is now with sections and bottle girls and hookah. And no, I'm talking about you go to a warehouse with a banging sound system and music, and all you do is dance, drink, and sweat the whole night through, bro. That's a Baltimore party. A good time, man. A good time. And I love that because now it's really helped me as far as being a DJ. I understand music so much better because of my Baltimore music scene background. You know what I'm saying? Like how to play music, how to switch genres, how to go in, how to go out, how to do this, how to do that. I just think that the Baltimore part of my life helped create
I'm sure
what I have now.
It gave you diversity in your sound, I'm sure.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So just to be clear, because there's a lot of speculation, where does the DMV start and where does it end?
Let me tell you something, man. The DMV starts and ends where Baltimore starts and ends, because Baltimore is its own entity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when people say DMV, like people ask me where I'm from, I never say DMV.
You never say
what
DMV.
Is that? I'm from Baltimore. And it ain't Baltimore, it's Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So we have our own, you know, everything. Style of dress, style of talking, way of walking, everything, you know. So the DMV is basically DC.
Yeah.
So when somebody come to me, they say, I'm from the DMV, I look at it and say, oh, you from DC. You from Mount Prince George's County. Yeah.
PG County.
Yeah. Because if you from Baltimore, you ain't gonna say DMV. You're gonna say Baltimore.
So do y'all claim KD?
KD is from DC.
He's from DC.
He's from DC. So
PG
he's but I'm a KD fan. I'm a day one KD fan. Like, yeah. So, you know, I'm a KD fan, man. But yeah, he's definitely from DC, which is considered DMV. You know, DC, Maryland, Virginia. And it just so happens that Baltimore sits in Maryland, but we're like our own, you know what I'm saying?
Own thing.
Entity.
So
yeah.
Because they say it stops in like Arlington, like it stops there, like
for the most part. You know, for the most part, if you're going, you know, on the south end, but if you're going on the north end, as soon as you get off of 285 at that exit where it's like BWI airport, you're in Baltimore. Yeah, you're in Baltimore. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I love it, man. Okay, let's play a game called How Baltimore Are You?
Oh,
all right. So I did a little research. Now I may not have the accent like y'all, but I'm gonna read you the definition and you tell me what I'm talking about in Baltimore slang. Baltimore slang. All right, so how do you say dog?
Doug. Yeah.
You legit, man.
Hi, Doug.
Okay. This is wild. How do you say a crowded place with a lot of people?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
They said crouchy.
Oh, no, that's not Baltimore.
That's not Baltimore. All right.
No.
To be overly happy or excited about something, to be silly or in a goofy mood.
Geeking.
Yeah.
We call it geeking. Like, yo, you geeking.
Sherry said like a barking dog, like a dog. Yes, a dog.
Hot dog. It's a hot dog.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
What is a fish cake? Coddy, right? That's what it's called. Coddy or something like that.
Nah, I don't know what that is, bro. We eat lake trout.
Lake trout. Okay, I saw that too.
All right, we eat lake trout, bro. Fish, or you can get a fish sub. We have fish subs. and lake trout.
Lake trout. Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
Let's say how do you say all right or okay?
All right. ARD. All right. Or you'll say already. Already
Already.
means you already know.
You
So if
already
you say,
know.
I'm going to the store, bro, I'll be right back. Already. That's
Already.
it.
I
That's
love it. I love it. Because you are legit. You answering all these joints. You legit. So how do you say wash? Because
I
they say
don't
that
know.
down here. They say it like what's his name?
Wash? You might say
Warsh.
wash, like Washington Avenue,
Yep, like
Washington Boulevard.
WARSH. Warsh.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, your
Look at
wife
my
out here
wife.
talking
Hood.
about hood
Yeah.
delicacy.
Oh, my wife born and raised Baltimore, bro.
She
Born
is
and
so
raised.
Baltimore, dog.
Born and raised.
How do you say sink?
Zinc.
Zinc.
Yeah, that's the zinc. Make sure you wash your hands in the zinc before you go out. Ready.
Oh man. How you say shortly? Or like a term for shortly? I guess it's sure, like SHORR, sure.
Sure. That means shorty.
Okay.
Shorty. Like
Shorty.
hey, shorty.
Okay, I said surely. I'm sorry, shorty. Gotcha. Hey,
Yeah,
sure.
short. Right. What's
I
up,
got you.
short? Hey,
And then-
short. Yeah. Yeah.
And the
You
last
taking me
one
back
is
home.
mirror.
Mirror. Yeah. Yo,
So
let
a
me
lot-
hold your mirror or
Wow.
computer. Yeah.
So that's the South though. That's why
It's similar.
Scrappy, Scrappy when he's on Love and Hip Hop, he would say all those things, wash and all that stuff. Like that's really like
It's similar.
kind of Southern kind of vibes.
Yeah.
But y'all don't consider yourself the South.
Exactly. We consider ourselves the North, but because the North kind of ends, like you said, kind of like Virginia-ish. You know what I mean? Once you get that Virginia top of North Carolina, you in the South.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is so dope.
Yeah, we consider ourselves North, but we do have some similarities. Even though once I moved down here, I'm like, that's kind of country a little bit. But
for you guys to be a major city, there are some country elements.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
it is, bro.
I love it.
Baltimore is amazing because it's like you can be one block in like this upscale thing, and then you go another block, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah,
lock your doors, baby.
Yeah.
Lock the doors.
Don't take the wrong turn, because
that's why I love my city, man. It's so much diversity. You got when they say be more careful, that's real. You better be more careful. Yes, that's real. That is real.
Yeah. I love it. All right, so let's talk about you alluded to this earlier. What inspired your move to Atlanta?
Okay. Well, it was just one of those things where me and my wife were just having those discussions, like, okay, where do we want to see ourselves in like 10 years? What do we want to do? Do we want to stay here and be comfortable, where we are? Because we were doing well. We had a house and cars, and we were doing well. We weren't hurting for anything. But my wife is a go-getter. Now, shout out to my wife, Erica. I know she's on here. She's a go-getter.
Absolutely.
So she's constantly trying to take things to the next level, including me.
Yeah.
So we had those discussions, and we were just like, where do we want to go? Where do we want to see ourselves in 10 years? And she's just like, why don't we go visit some different places and see? Because she really wanted to go to Houston.
Yeah.
Houston was on the list. Florida was on the list.
Wow.
Atlanta was on the list, and I think maybe LA. And I was like, baby, LA, baby. I don't know. Like, we ain't got that much money.
Right.
So what we did was we took a few trips and visited different places. And we kind of fell in love with Atlanta. I was like, I think Atlanta might be a good fit, And then I got the opportunity to be with Bishop Murphy at Dream Center and play drums there. So that kind of pushed the move as well. But the move was because we just didn't want to be comfortable, man. We didn't want to just stay at the place where we were. We felt like we had so much more potential to do so much more. And we just followed God's lead, man. And we're here. It's been great. It's been actually this month will be 10 years for us.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
So much of your story is similar to mine. I keep saying it.
Yeah.
This month will be 6 years for me, moving. And
congratulations, man.
Yeah, same thing with you. I feel like I hit the ceiling back at home and I needed something different. And I wanted to put my wife, we just talked about it just like you guys, like, where are we? Where do we want to be?
Right.
We want to try to do something different. And we took that leap of faith and came down here, and the rest is history, man. God is providing, and he's opening new doors and we're making alliances, and we're finding more people that we know and we can relate to. And we came down here instantly, met y'all, I didn't know you were here, and then we saw you guys. We're like, oh shoot, and this is like God is just making it more feel like home. You know what I mean? So that was a dope experience, and it took a lot of faith to take that step to leave what's familiar.
Bro.
Yeah, talk about it. About it.
I mean, we relocated. Everything was smooth. My wife transferred her job. I transferred my job. Back then, I was playing drums at a church in Baltimore. Shout out to First Mile Dollar Free Will Baptist. That's my home church.
Yes, sir.
Bishop Oscar Brown. And then I was doing armored car service. I was doing the armored cars for a while. So I transferred my job.
Nutty got the heat, y'all.
Well, I mean, I got the heat. I had the heat. I've always had the heat. Always.
Yes, sir.
It's just that I had it for a job at that time. Transferred, and then once we relocated everything, we thought we had everything aligned.
Yeah.
Once we moved, everything just totally fell apart. My transfer fell through. My wife's job, her transfer fell through. She ended up getting laid off, and it was just like, wow, bro. We thought we really had everything in order, man. So we came on some rough times. The move was not easy. Man, we've been through a lot. We've been homeless. Wow. So it's like a lot of times people see, they'll see the glory, but they really don't know the story. They don't really know the story behind what we've had to do to get where we are, and those type of things, man. But at the end of the day, we never gave up on each other. We never gave up on our dreams, and we never moved back to Baltimore. We stayed here, and
that was huge.
We made it. We made it work.
Yeah,
we made it work.
Yeah,
we made it work, man, and I'm just grateful for our story, man, because it really humbles us and keeps us humble. Because we know where we came from and what we had to go through to get where we are. So I don't take anything for granted. People look at me and say, oh, you DJ'd here and DJ'd there and work with this person, work with that person. You don't know how many free gigs I had to do to get my name out there. When I came to Atlanta, nobody even knew my name in Atlanta.
Right, bro.
Nobody. You know what I'm saying? I had to literally walk. I remember nights where I said, babe, I'm going to go hit these streets and give out these mixtapes. She said, are you serious? I said, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
I used to make mixed CDs and walk up and down Peachtree and hand them out to people. I used to have certain nights that I would go out and meet all the club promoters.
Yeah.
When I first moved here, because nobody knew my name.
Yeah.
It just so happened one or two of those promoters gave me a chance.
Gave you a shot, bro.
Once I got that shot, I took it, and
all you needed was an opportunity, though.
Bro, all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
One thing about me, don't let me come through the door if you don't want me to come through the door. Because if you let me in, I'm in.
Don't give me a chance if you don't want me to have it, because it's gonna be my job after you give me the opportunity. Facts.
Bro.
Yeah.
But it was a grind, man, and it really taught me humility, and I really had to get a stronger relationship with God, man, because I had never really been at that point. I'm like, bro, like, man, my family home, like, what is going on? We didn't move here for this.
Right.
So I knew it had to be a better way. But sometimes you got to be put in those type of situations, man, to really, do some things to take you to the next level. I'm grateful for it, bro.
Thank you for sharing that, man, because everybody sees the prowess that you have now, right? They see where you are, and they look at your Instagram and they see you working every night, and they see the cars and the you're being booked every night of the week. Then they just think it's all like that, but they don't know what you've been through. And thank you for sharing that, because
sir.
We all have been through that situation. They see you at the top, but they don't know what it took you to get there, bro.
Yeah, I've had to grind, man. I've had to grind. You know what I'm saying? Like taking way less than what I know I'm worth, and that type of thing, but I'm grateful for those situations. Like I said, it taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit different. I'm not taking nothing. This is what it is, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can refer you to somebody.
Yeah.
But
because my anointing cost.
It costs, bro. You know what I'm saying? It costs, man.
No, I understand that. I love it. Let's talk about the business. What are your steps for preparing for a gig? I call you and I need you to come in. What is the first thing you do after we, make the agreement?
Okay. After we make the agreement, I need to know how many guests you're expecting, and I need to know the demographics. I like to always kind of know, because one thing about Atlanta, it's a melting pot. So,
absolutely.
Being a DJ here, you have to be extreme. If you want to be a successful DJ, you have to be extremely versatile.
Yeah.
like a week for me would be a Wednesday DJing for a corporate event at Equifax, Thursday night doing karaoke in the hood on the South Side.
Yeah.
Friday night, I'm doing a private birthday party for 60-year-olds.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night, I'm doing a wedding that has 300 people from Chicago, New York, New Orleans, Atlanta, and Philly, all in one room.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't play that same little set list.
No.
It's not going to work.
No. So you're constantly making new set lists and putting together new.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, one main thing that I do ask my clients, what's your demographic? You know, where are you guys from? Especially my weddings, my bride and grooms, you know, where they're from, you know, where your guests coming from, you know, those types of things, because that kind of gives me an idea of which direction I'm going to go. Yeah. Now, I'm not one of those type of DJs that DJ off playlists. I don't do that.
No, okay.
I'm a DJ that I DJ off the energy in the room.
The room, okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have my crates and everything set up, so I'm going to read the room. I'm going to see who I got, the age brackets, and all that type of stuff.
And you're watching the energy in the room, I'm sure, like how they reacting.
I have to. So that's kind of like my style of play. Just reading the room. Yep.
I love it, man. I love it. Because most people think the perception of a DJ these days are you just push play. You know, these kids sit up in their bedroom, they make these playlists, they come DJ off their phone. You know, so talk about the work that goes into it as far as cultivating the set list, like you said, reading the room. You spoke about all those things. Now talk to me about how did you break into like DJing for elite events? Like how did you get that call to top tier?
It was one of the promoters that kind of gave me my shot, one of my shots here in Atlanta. Shout out to Big Dino, Metro Boys. He's actually from DC, but he lives here.
Okay.
Big Dino gave me an opportunity to DJ on his Saturday nights. And back then, it was a club that T.I. owned. It was T.I.'s club. He was the promoter.
Dope.
And the featured DJ was Frank Ski.
Oh, wow. Atlanta.
So I used to open up for Frank Ski every Saturday night here in Atlanta.
Wow.
Frank Ski told me, he said, Nutty, I know you from Baltimore. He said, I see it in you. He said, if you just stick with me, bro, I got you.
Yeah.
He said, just listen to what I say, watch what I do.
Wow.
I got you. And ever since that day, Frank took me under his wing, man. God is my witness.
Frank is like he's like the mayor of Atlanta.
But he's from Baltimore. He was in Baltimore for 30 years before he moved to Atlanta.
Whoa.
When I was on a school bus in Baltimore, I used to listen to the Frank Ski show on my school bus.
Whoa.
So to come here and be able to work side by side with this guy, it was just like, really?
Yeah. That's definitely God ordained, bro.
Oh my God, man.
Definitely.
So, you know, we had those, and he gave me his phone number and everything, and we just stayed in contact. I actually started DJing at his place. He had a club then called Frank Ski's on Friday nights. So I would be doing that on Friday nights, and then I would be with him on Saturday nights. And, you know, those type of experiences, man, kind of shaped me and molded me, because I'm one of those type of people. Don't tell me to be a sponge, because I'm going to sit here and really be a sponge.
Soak it all up.
I'm going to soak it all up, man. And that right there helped me transcend from just being just the regular Joe Blow DJ to getting to like elite type of events. He invited me to DJ his wine event, you know, and different things like that. Kind of open up doors for me, you know, a lot of and it gave me a chance to be heard by the who's. Versus, you know, just, you know, average regular things or whatever.
So it's not just
that's
karaoke.
What helped me.
It's not just the karaoke. It's not just the open mics. You know, you're getting exposed to different levels of people. I mean, you got tiers.
The mayor and councilman and all these people under one roof actually hearing me spin. You know, and they like, who's this guy? You know what I'm saying? So that, I think that right there is really what kind of helped me elevate, you know, myself to the next level. And when it comes to the entertainment,
but it's a whole package, bro, because it's your character, right? It's you being a man of your word, being a good person, holding a conversation. It's your professionalism. It's your booking, your website. It's all of these things that these kids need to realize if they want to be successful. You can't just have an Instagram. You know, you have to have your stuff in order. And I applaud you. I brought you on here to salute you for one, to get your story, but then to salute you, my brother, because you are A1. And if anybody deserves these blessings, it's you, because for one, you put the work in, you study, you stay on top of your craft. You're constantly reinventing yourself. I saw you had the sparklers in your package. I said, this dude is killing the game.
I got it all, bro. I call myself the one-stop shop.
And that's genius,
whatever you need, bro, I got it. And if I ain't got it, trust me, I can get it.
I'll get it.
That's dope, bro.
So do you have a team, or are you just loading everything on your own?
I do have a team.
Okay.
It's basically me and my barber, Grimsley. He works.
Shout out Grims. What up, Grims?
Yeah, so
he's on here.
Yeah, we travel together. It's like I'll be getting my haircut in the hotel before the show. And,
shout out Grims, one of the best barbers in Atlanta, one of the best barbers in the world, and I still haven't been blessed yet, but I'm coming through.
Now he gonna charge you. He just like me.
Oh yeah.
He gonna charge you, but you gonna have the haircut. What? You gonna leave that joint? You gonna be casket sharp, bro.
Yes, sir.
He gonna have you icy.
Yeah. Icy. I just did a gig with Grims at John Gray's over.
Okay.
A couple months ago.
Dope. Yeah, that's my guy. He might have been on here tonight.
He's on.
Yeah. But it's really basically me, him right now. I might bring one other person on if it really gets too hectic. Yeah. But we've been rolling together for so long, like we got it down to a T, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's something like we went to Jacksonville, he do the driving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it gives me a chance to kind of rest a little bit when we get there. We both do the load in. We kind of got a system that really works for us. We just been rocking and rolling, man. It's been a blessing.
That's dope that you can do that with your friend too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And we was friends back home. So
of course, yeah.
He's a bass player. We play together. I mean, it seems like it's God ordained, man.
It is, bro. Y'all get into the money, and with your friend, that's even better.
yeah, man. So it's just a blessing. It's a blessing. To have him, to be able to come and assist in certain situations, because he can tell you, man, at the end of the night, sometimes, I've been in a corner like, bro, thank God for you. I tell him that all the time, because it's to the point where now he know where to put everything.
Mm-hmm.
He know where the chords go. He know what subs go where, lights. I mean, and it's just a blessing, man.
He's a musician too, so he understands.
And he understands. He understands. He understands. So. It's just a blessing. But yeah, that's my team, man. Me and Grimsley, we roll. Yeah.
That's dope. So you guys are rocking, right? You're killing the game. It's 2018, killing the game, 2019, 2020 comes. March of 2020 comes, the pandemic hits. Where does that leave you? How does that affect you?
Okay, so it's two parts to that. Before 2020, when I first moved to Georgia, I kind of left this part out. When we moved to Georgia, things got kind of rough. I had to figure something out. I had to figure something out. So what I did was I ended up going to truck driving school.
Wow.
Went to
you
truck
have
driving
like
school.
8 lives, bro.
So I went to truck driving school, and I got my Class A CDLs.
Wow.
So I started driving trucks. I had to support my family, man. We were homeless.
You are a hustler, bro. I love it. Multiple streams. My mom always says multiple streams of income.
Yes, I still got my CDL right now. I still got it. Yeah, so I started doing that up until 2019. 2019, I ended up getting laid off from my job, my truck driving job, because the business was going, things were slowing down. COVID hit not too long after that. So I said, dang, man, I really got to pivot again. Like, what is going on? I thought I was straight. So that gave me an opportunity during COVID to really, really, really tap into the virtual scene. Yeah. So almost all of my events that didn't get canceled and stuff like that for COVID, when things got rough, it all went to virtual. So I have the setup in the house where I can actually DJ, via Zoom, Microsoft Teams, StreamYard,
I love it. Stay ahead of the curve.
I kind of never really missed a beat, besides my church. My church did kind of take a break. They slowed down. So we kind of started, we were recording from home. Like I would record my drums in the house and send it in.
Another stream of income for this guy. He's session ready at home, guys. If you need drums cut, call Nutty, because he'll cut the drums and have them back to you tomorrow. He does it all, y'all.
Well, I mean, because of space, man, they're in storage right now. But when I had to do it, they were available. So I had to do that. And like I said, my DJ business kind of didn't. Of course, it slowed down a little bit. because I wasn't doing all those in-person, events and weddings.
Right,
My biggest thing is weddings. I do more weddings than anything. People try to call me the wedding king. I don't know why, but I do a lot of weddings. I do a lot of weddings. So it just kind of went to virtual. So we were doing everything virtual. So the streams were still coming in, thank God. Even during COVID, the pandemic, I really didn't take any hits. I didn't, and I just seen that Biden extended this thing with this PPP or something. I told my wife the other day, I said, thank God we ain't getting no PPP.
10 years, bro. They can come get people for up to 10 years.
Yeah, so I hope everybody did the right thing.
they didn't.
I hope. Oh, man. But yeah, thank God that I didn't really miss too much of a beat, man, during the pandemic.
Super dope, man. So you were part of a viral moment, and I wanted to touch on this. You were part of a viral moment with your good friend, Dr. Jamal Bryant, where he the church setting,
my God,
he brought you in to be a DJ, but you weren't spinning gospel. You were playing classics, hits, everything.
That's that Baltimore in him, man. That's that ball. He can't.
So that kind of it shook the gram up a little bit. It shook up. The holier than thou people didn't like that. So how did you feel coming from your background? I know you said you had an open background, but like, how did that feel to see those comments and them kind of attacking him like that?
To be honest, man, people probably gonna think I'm crazy, but I actually felt good.
Okay.
Because it actually shook things up a little bit. Yeah. One thing about me, man, I've grew up in church my whole life. I've been in church my whole life. Both of my parents are pastors, ministers, and all that thing. But at some point, man, you have to be able to learn how to have some balance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong. I have nothing against, everyone that's holier than thou, and and that is so respectable and commendable. Mm-hmm. But at some point, you should have some balance. It's okay to listen to some clean R&B music. It's okay to to do a little slide.
Yeah.
Or, every now and again.
Slide, slide.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just think Dr. Bryant, man, that's really kind of what he wanted to do. It was the pandemic. Everybody was stuck in the house, and he literally called me up and was like, "Nutty!" That's how he talked. You know what I'm saying? He hit me up and said, "Bro, I want you to come DJ in my basement." I'm like, "What?" Yeah. But we did it, man. And I just think it was an incredible experience.
Yeah.
So many people reached out to me and said they enjoyed the music. And what's funny is, man, a lot of times you might have a few negative comments or negative thoughts or whatever, but those positive ones always outweigh the negative.
Yeah.
And it never swayed him at all. I mean, it's Dr. Bryant.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
he's long.
And he's Baltimore, man, through and through. He remember coming to the church when I was, on drums, Little Nutty. So he was just like, man, let's shake the room a little bit, just keep the music clean. He loves Biggie. That's one of his favorite artists. He loves Tupac. He loves that Baltimore house music. And I said, man, that's right up my alley. Let's do it.
Got you.
Let's do it. So it was controversial, but I just think we kind of needed something like that, man. Everybody been stuck in the house with the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Let's just breathe a little bit, man. Music is incredible. Everybody can understand music, even if we don't speak the same language.
Yeah,
you can understand this music. Before I let go. That song. I don't care how churchy you are. I don't care how much Holy Ghost you got. Before I let go. Come on, saints.
Come on, amen. Lights. I got you.
Amen. Yeah.
No, that was so dope. And I'm sure that gave you some additional exposure. Open
it was
people.
A blessing.
Probably some of the same people that you work with in church were booking you for baby showers and weddings, and things of that nature.
Weddings and all that stuff. Yeah, people. I could be in the supermarket. They'd be like, "Yeah, you that DJ I see on them Jamal Bryant." I'm like, yeah, that's my man. And they tell you, they'll tell me straight to my face. You know what? I really enjoyed that. Yeah. You had my kids in the house dancing.
Yeah.
Some people was even sharing on social media. I think I might have on some of my saved archives of their kids in the house, having a good time. I mean, you've been stuck in the house during the pandemic, man.
Right.
Like,
you
got to loosen up a little bit. So it was a great experience, man. I enjoyed myself.
That was
shout out to Dr. Bryant, man.
Shout out to Dr. Bryant, man. That was a cool experience, and it definitely shook up the world. And it just helped everybody have a good time when they were in a dark place.
Absolutely, man.
All right, let's play a game. It's called Rapid Fire. I'm going to ask you something, either or, and you just give me your first choice.
Okay.
So, powered or passive speakers?
See, man, it's a hard one. I mean, I would say powered because of the technology that we have today. But if it's an event that's with a lot of people, over 500 people, I would say passive because they're kind of undefeated.
Yeah.
So I'm 50-50 on that, man.
Okay.
50-50.
Analog or digital?
Oh, digital, man. Digital everything. Yes,
no
sir.
Vinyl?
I mean, I could still do the vinyl, but
Yeah.
you know, it's just like
It's a hassle.
Yeah, it's kind of like, why do all that?
Okay.
You know.
Now, Mackie or Behringer?
Neither.
Neither, because you elevated. You Alan
Yeah,
Heat guy?
I'm a QSC, RCF.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mackie. Oh, I'm sorry. QSC or Crown for amps?
QSC.
QSC. Mario or Joe Thomas?
Y'all
say Mario or Mario? What do y'all say?
Either one. Mario. I'll say Mario.
Mario.
I'll say Mario.
Mario or Joe? You say Mario?
Yeah, definitely Mario. Definitely.
Okay, yeah, Baltimore. Cisco or Neo?
Oh, Cisco, man.
Okay.
Come on. Drew Hill, come on.
Okay, Drew Hill or Blackstreet?
Undefeated. Drew Hill, undefeated. My favorite R&B group of all time.
You're biased, but they are amazing.
But bro, I mean, you gotta look at the archives, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go New York or LA.
I'll say it's hard, man. I'll say New York.
New York. Zildjian, Sabian, or Meinl?
Sabian.
Yeah, you've been playing Sabian for a long time.
Yeah, HXX me, Doc. HXX.
Oh, they won't last too long.
I know. You gotta get that warranty. You know?
Definitely. Tama, DW, or Yamaha?
Oh man, why in the world would you ask me this?
Because you're a drummer.
Growing up,
growing
up was Yamaha. My home church and everything, Yamaha Maple Custom. I had like 32 drums. You know,
that Maple Custom Absolute, the natural wood finish.
Diecast hoops. Ooh. So I grew up with that, you know. Yeah. But then moving here, my church currently, I have a DW collective
series.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm mixed.
Oh, okay.
If I had to choose, though, bro, I had to go with Yamaha.
Yeah. See, we grew up. We had we did sessions on the Maple Custom Absolute, and then even when I was younger, the recording custom that Dave Weckel, the black, crazy.
I mean, them Yamaha tones, man, they undefeated.
Absolutely,
especially for recording.
Yep. Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico?
I just went to the DR for my birthday. I kind of like the DR.
Yeah.
Now the only thing, the food wasn't like as great as
I didn't love the food in DR either.
Yeah, the food was kind of like hit or miss. Like we might go to one restaurant one night and it's A1, and then the next night we're like,
meh.
They got Uber Eats, like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Okay. 7A drumstick, 5A or 5B?
I'm a 5A guy.
5A.
Yeah,
okay.
Got small hands, but you know.
Got you. Let's do record box or Serato?
Serato, hands
down. Italian or Mexican food? Because you guys love
Italian.
Y'all be taking pictures of these dinners when y'all out, and then I'm like,
bro,
whoa.
My wife got me in the gym now, bro. Yeah, because I got to get right.
Yeah, no, Italian, you look good too, man. Bro. I want to tell you, you
Thank
look good.
Bro.
I see you working. Yeah,
you too, man.
Thank you.
It would definitely be Italian, man. Because growing up, my favorite was like pizza. I love lasagna. Yeah, but the Italian would take the win on that.
Italian, okay. DC Go-Go or Baltimore House?
Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. I'm 50-50 on that, man. Because I love the live music aspect of the DC Go-Go, but then I love the party aspect of the Baltimore club, man. So I'm 50-50.
All right.
If I had to choose, I would have to go with Baltimore though, because that's really where my roots are.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Versus the DC Go-Go.
Yeah.
But I love DC Go-Go, bro. If you listen to the real authentic Go-Go, it will really puncture your soul, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't move. It's hypnotizing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I love it. Usher or Chris Brown?
I'm an Usher guy.
Yeah, me too.
But Chris Brown got a lot of hits. It's hard. Definitely. These hard questions, man. God.
No emotion tied into them. We just gonna whatever you feel.
Yeah.
Kendrick or Drake?
Drake.
Of course. Pharrell or Ye?
Pharrell.
Jay or Nas?
Oh, definitely Jay, man.
Jay.
Definitely Jay. Yeah.
As a DJ, I'm sure more.
Yeah, definitely Jay.
More to work with. Let's go Drew Hill or Jodeci.
Drew Hill, man. I'm
Drew
tired.
Hill
Drew
over
Hill is,
Jodeci?
bro.
You're loyal.
Bro, I have heard Drew Hill sing with no mics.
Yeah. No,
it's life changing.
Yeah,
it's life changing, bro. And
yeah.
I have heard Jodeci sing with no mics. They both can sing. So you see what I'm saying? It's like I gotta go off. I gotta go with Drew, man. I gotta go with Drew.
Absolutely. Yeah. My wife she put in the chat, you have to do our 10-year wedding vow renewal next year.
Okay, cool.
Sherry
man.
said, we gotta book you for that.
Yeah, let me know the dates, bro, because they move.
As a matter of fact, it's gonna be this time. It's gonna be the day after your anniversary.
My wedding anniversary. Yeah, our anniversary is the second.
Yeah, Nutty's is the second or the third.
What's crazy is we're actually planning to do our 10-year. We're gonna do a vow renewal next year, but we wanted to do it out of the country, somewhere.
Well, we might have to do a weekend celebration. Y'all do it one night.
Let's do a double. Let's double it up. Let's double it up, bro.
Sherry, we out. Let's go, E. We out.
It's 10 years for y'all too.
10 years next year.
I mean, actually, it's 15 for us.
Yeah, so 10 and 15. Yeah.
We might as well. Hey, bro.
Let's
talk.
Hey. Okay, let's bring it to the close. Nike or Adidas?
Oh, Nike, man, all day.
Okay. Nike. Puma or New Balance?
That's hard too, man. Look, my wife said 10 years. I said 15, sweetheart. 15. That's a hard one, bro. I'm 50-50 on that one.
50-50, all right.
Yeah.
T-shirts and sneakers or coats and boots?
Oh, definitely T-shirts and sneakers, bro.
Really?
I'm a V. My math this thing ain't mathing. I'm a V-neck guy. V-neck T-shirts all day. Yes, sir.
All day. So you don't miss home. You don't miss the snow, the cold.
I do miss it a little bit. I do miss it. And I kind of feel bad for my daughter because she didn't really get to experience too much of it. So all she talks about is, Daddy, it ain't gonna snow down here. And I'm like, you're not missing nothing. She's like, but I want to play in it. I'm like, but I don't want to dig it up. Like, right. So you know how that goes, man.
I definitely know how it goes. Chicken box or cheesesteak?
Oh, bro, come on, man. It's no way I could choose that. It's no way I could choose, especially for coming from Baltimore, man.
Right.
I'm not talking about no wingettes, no lemon pepper.
Talk to me. Tell us what a chicken box is for those that don't know.
A chicken box is a whole chicken wing fried hard, and it is not French fries. Yeah. It's potato wedges.
Wow.
It's potato wedges, and what you have to do is you have to put salt, pepper, ketchup on everything. That's a Baltimore chicken box.
A Baltimore chicken box.
That's a Baltimore chicken box.
I gotta get one.
If it don't come in the box with the red, it's white with red stripes.
Yeah,
it's not real. It's not real.
See, that's like the Crown Fried Chicken box.
Nah, bro. These are carryout. See, these places, these are not chain
franchises. Yeah,
no
franchise.
These are carryouts. You got to go to the hood. Western fries. Shout out to my man Anthony Gaines, DJ Tone. You gotta have Western fries.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not wingettes. Then the wings are not flavored. They're regular. Crispy fried whole wings.
Whole wings.
Whole.
The joints you got to tear apart.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a Baltimore chicken box.
Okay. Yes. Taking it back to the retro. Nautica, Polo, or Tommy?
I'm a Polo guy.
Polo.
To the day I die, bro.
Yeah.
Polo.
Now, y'all wear foam posits in Baltimore. Yes. Jordans or J's or foams?
I got all the J's. I got all the foams. I'm 50-50.
50-50.
I watched the interview.
I know Carmelo Anthony's from Baltimore, and I was listening to an interview with him. He said, we don't wear that. We wear Pippins and we wear foam posits in Baltimore.
But we don't even call them foam posits. We call them dopes.
Dopes.
We call them dopes because that's what all the dope boys
dope boys wore. That's what he said too.
So
that's legit. Wow.
Yeah. We call them dopes, man. So I got the foams. I got the Jordans. I mean, I had the patent level ones on all day today. So I mean,
your B-Mark card is never gonna be revoked.
That's it. I was just home a couple weeks ago, man. And I got a chicken box, even on my diet.
I got you. Well, when you go home, do you miss it? Do you feel like you want to move back there, or are you just good where you at now?
I do miss it, but not to the point to where I want to move back. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I got to keep it real. I do miss it. Because Baltimore is just a special place, man. It's a special place. I got so many memories and everything. But
Yeah.
Atlanta's home. Like my wife said all the day. Like my wife say stuff all the time. I'm like, babe, you sound country. She's like, we live down here now. Stop saying that. She's like, we are Georgia. I'm like, you sound like you from Georgia.
I'm never changing my phone number. And I'm doing my best. I listen to New York radio. I listen to New York podcasts. I am not gonna start talking like I'm from Georgia. So
I know it'll creep up on you. I find myself, because I have some of my South Carolina in me, I find myself saying some country things sometimes. You know, my wife laughed at me. I do still have, like, my DJ business line is still my Baltimore 443 area code number. My personal number is a Georgia number.
Okay.
But my Baltimore number is never going to change. I don't think that's ever going to change, man.
Yeah. You know? Okay. Let's bring it back. Bring it out.
Okay.
Flex or Kid Capri?
Neither.
Not from that school. Okay.
Nah. I'm a Jazzy Jeff guy.
I was gonna say Jazzy Jeff, but I didn't know but Jazzy Jeff really invented scratching. He's credited.
I can't really say that he invented it, but he's
credited with the transformer, right? He's credited with doing that, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He invented a certain style of scratching. Not bass scratch. You know, not the scratch itself, but he took it to another level.
Dope.
Grandmaster Flash, if I'm not mistaken, is one of those that kind of paved the way, you know what I mean, from back in the day. But yeah, I'm a DJ Jazzy Jeff fan. That's it. My favorite. Yeah.
Shout out DJ Jazzy Jeff. He showed love to the pod too. That was
that's what's up, man.
When Lil Jon was on, he showed love. Dope.
He's a beast.
Orioles or Braves?
Definitely Baltimore Orioles, man.
Baltimore Orioles. KD or Bron?
KD. Hands down. KD.
Wizards or Sixers?
I guess you could say Wizards, even though I really was never really that much of a fan.
Who's your team?
As far as basketball right now, wherever KD is, I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan. I mean, I was a Golden State Warriors fan. I was an OKC. I'm a KD fan.
KD.
Always been that way. Always.
Got you.
Yeah.
Ravens or Falcons?
Oh, Ravens, bro. I'm the official Ravens DJ for the Ravens Nation South, man.
Wow.
I sleep, breathe, and bleed purple.
Got you. Character or skill?
Both.
And what's the ratio?
You gotta have both, bro.
50-50?
I'll say 75% character, 25% skill.
Okay.
Because your skill don't matter. Your skill don't matter if you don't show up.
Yeah.
It don't matter how good you are if you late.
Yeah.
I mean, your skills really don't matter. So your character is everything. Integrity and character is everything.
Absolutely.
To me, that's how I operate.
Super dope. How do you stay current, bro? Like with music as it moves so fast with this streaming world, every day there's a new release. I think Khaled put a song out today. You have SoundCloud, you have independent artists on the rise. How do you stay ahead of the curve?
Well, it's two things. One is I have a 22-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 13-year-old.
You got your own analytics team.
And outside of that, I'm in various DJ record pools.
Okay.
Which is the same record pools that go out to the radio stations. I pay money monthly to get all those. That's how I have clean versions, dirty versions, acapellas, instrumentals. Those all come from the record pools.
I didn't even know that existed.
I don't use SoundCloud. I don't use YouTube. I don't use none of that. Those files are trash. Yeah.
Yeah. So you even talk about that, the high quality, because are you spending like AIFFs and like waves? Or are you taking?
Yeah, some of them are waves. Some of them are really, really high bit rate MP3s, like 250, 320, bit rate MP3s.
Yeah,
those are the type of files that we get with the record pools.
And that matters. Talk about how that matters.
Oh, it matters. Yeah. Because it just keeps your music clean, sounding clean, the quality clean. People will say, "Oh, you can just go on YouTube." Yeah, you can just go on YouTube. But when you DJ through some real speakers, you can tell the difference. It's gonna sound like AM radio versus FM radio.
Yeah, and quality matters. Quality matters because you may not think it matters, but what you give out is representing your brand and your expertise. Right. Like the amount of work you put into it. So sonics matter.
Absolutely, yeah. And the way I look at it, man, I charge, I think, pretty nice for what I do, and I feel like I have to give people the quality of what they're paying for. you know. So I take that very seriously as well. And I tell people all the time, it's just like anything else. If you want a Mercedes, you go to the Mercedes dealer and you're gonna pay that money. But if you want to buy here, pay here, that's what you're gonna get.
Have you ever had a crash and burn on a set where you put something together and it just didn't hit?
Oh, million times, man. Million times. You just gotta learn. You gotta learn how to pivot and learn how to not panic.
Yeah.
DJing is a process. I'm one of those type of DJs. It's a process behind. It's always a method to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because the way that I DJ, I'm kind of one of those. I'm like an airplane. You know how the airplane hits the runway and then it goes up. I'm like that. And then I'm gonna hit you up real hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a method to the madness, and you just have to learn how to be able to not panic. Because one thing I do know, if I play a song that may empty the dance floor, trust me, I know a song to get it back full again.
Get it back up.
So don't panic.
All right, perfect segment. Let's go to a segment I just made up called Shut the Party Down.
Oh.
All right, so let's do 5 records from any era that get the party going.
Oh, of course. Before I let go, This Is How We Do It, Candy. Now it's the era of the Afro beats. So, Essence, Wizkid, any of those songs will kind of get it moving, some Chris Brown.
That'll encourage people.
Yeah, and if you got that 30 and over kind of crowd, you can always warm them up with like some Usher Bad Girl, especially for one thing that I do is I kind of work towards the ladies, because if you can get the ladies on the floor, the fellows are going to follow.
Absolutely.
They'll follow. So
dope. Yeah. Top 5 wedding songs. It don't have to be top 5, but your favorite.
Why I Love You. Oh my
Major,
God.
Shout out Major.
I actually DJed for him before too. So Major, Spend My Life, Eric Benet, and it's so many, man.
Let's Get Married.
Let's Get Married. That's one. Either the slow one or the Run DMC remix.
Yeah,
they like that. But I think Major's got to be, that's one of them. John Legend, You and I, John Legend. That's a popular wedding song too.
Dope.
That they like to kind of come in on. Yeah, but it varies, man. It varies.
Got you. What's your favorite era in rap? Or I'll say favorite era in music.
90s.
I
could play 90s for 9 hours straight and never repeat a track. 90s, man.
Full 90s, the whole 10-year span. Not early 90s, not because you can go from New Jack Swing all the way into the late 90s, right?
I like all of it. New Edition, all the Bobby Brown stuff, SWV, all that. All 90s,
Yeah.
Naughty by Nature. I'm gonna touch on all that.
And those records work in any era? Because if you're doing a kid party, you can't pull those out.
No, sir. Yeah. You can't play no night. You can't come in there playing OPP at the kids party. You got to be very selective. You
did my niece's party. You shout out to you. Did my niece's party, and you had them little kids popping and jumping in there. So
thank you,
you
man.
knew what to do.
It's a different beast. Beast. But like I said, my children, they definitely keep me on my toes. But you actually have to. You just have to do the work, man. Like people just think it's so easy. You have to keep even as much as I don't like listening to the radio. I have to.
Yeah.
I have to know, what's popping.
Right.
TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow. Talk about it.
They just want to hear that stuff. My daughter, she puts me on like, Dad, this the new TikTok, Dad. I'm like, what is that? I'd be like, God, that sound like an old man. But I was like, what is that? But like I said, in the business I'm in, I have to be alert to that.
So you find the viral clips and then you research where the record came from and then you play it and then the kids respond to it.
Or sometimes, they'll request it or ask for certain things, so that keeps, and I either make a mental note or I make a physical note because I am getting old.
Okay.
And so those things are very important, man. Very important. You gotta be able to pay attention to your situation. Every situation is different. And yes, I try my hardest. Shout out to Taylor. I try my hardest to stay relevant. I try my hardest.
That's amazing, man. So being an elder statesman in the game, like, right, you've been doing this for 20 years. How do you mentor the younger generation without sounding like a hater? Because a lot of times when we give them advice, they don't want to hear it. But if they come to you,
JG.
How do you approach it?
What's up, JG? I see you, man.
Nutty, I want to
I
get
think
on. Like how I get on, like what do I have to do?
I, I mean, a lot of times, man, to be honest, they'll hit me on social media more than anything.
Okay.
I'll get DMs all the time, say, "Hey, bro, send me your phone number." I'm like, "Huh?" So yeah, I'll send them my phone number, and they'll say, "I'm just trying to learn or whatever." I say, "Okay, we'll come out to this event," because
Mhm.
about 80% of my events are private, so
Yeah,
I can't just invite you to somebody's wedding.
of course. No.
But this week I'm at Monticello on Friday. That's open to the public. So I'll say,
Yeah.
hey, come out to Monticello, check out the vibe, see what what I'm kind of playing and what's hot, whatever. And
Yeah.
I'll just try to encourage them that way. And I'll tell them, make sure you keep your ear to the streets, make sure you work on your transitions, make
Hmm.
sure you work on, your beat matching and your blending and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Because but DJing, man, it's a different animal because you can
Yeah.
work on all that stuff and then get in front of a crowd of people and flop because you
Yeah.
don't know how to read the crowd of people that
Yes.
you're in front of. You know what I'm saying? You can have all the skills in the world, but then you don't know what to play, and
Yeah.
you're done. You're done.
Right.
So just it's one of those type of things where you really have to put the work in and really go out, listen to other DJs, hear what they're playing, listen to their approach,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
incorporate it into your own approach.
Yep.
Because that's what I do. I listen to other DJs and then I incorporate it to me. I make it nutty. I make it me.
Is
You
it
know.
difficult? Is it difficult to open for other DJs? Because I know there's an unspoken law about playing the top records before the featured DJ. And I know you've opened and you've been the featured DJ. How does that work?
Let me tell you something. It's like a DJ rule
Yeah.
that if you're the opening DJ, you're really not supposed to play the current hits. You know what I'm saying? And it never bothered me. Even when I opened, when I closed, I could do either one because my music is so deep.
Your
It's so
music.
much. My I'm from Baltimore, man. My music is so deep, man. It's like,
Yeah.
it's never been a problem for me. I've seen it be problems for other DJs. They
Yeah.
don't know how to open. All they know is how to play the hits.
Yeah.
They don't know how to talk on the mic. They don't know how to interact with the crowd. All
Yeah.
they know is to play the hits.
Right.
And after you burn through those hits, then what?
Then what?
You're done. You're
Yeah.
done. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You're gonna sink like the Titanic. You got to
Yeah.
be able to dig into those different genres, take them on a musical journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you come to one of my parties, we're gonna go international. We're
Yeah.
gonna do it all. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
might play a couple, I never would have made it remix.
Yeah.
Anything. You know what I'm saying? Because
And you'd be
you gotta
surprised how that hits. Like people
you'd be
still,
surprised.
yeah, shackle still hits.
Yeah,
You'd
yeah.
be surprised.
You'd be surprised, man. But
So
yeah, it
gig,
is a rule though.
yeah,
Opening DJ should have respect for the closing DJ. It doesn't
yeah,
happen all the time. The respect is not there, but it is a
right.
rule.
Okay, got you. So you've done the show, gig is over, wedding's over. Um, how is it? How important is the networking piece now? Because people are wanting to interact with you, they want to talk to you, they want to get your website. How
Mhm.
important is that networking piece? Because I'm sure that ensures you to get the next date.
Absolutely. It's very important, man. Always have business cards. Well, right now I've kind of switched over to the dot. I have a dot card where they actually scan the barcode, and the barcode gives them all my information all in one, and they can actually save it directly into their contacts
That's
right from
dope.
that barcode. So yeah, that is very important. Talking to the clients, talking to the potential clients, talking to the guests. You have to be approachable. I'm not one of those guys that you can't come up to and talk to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah. Very important. Okay. How important is it to invest in your business? You said you're a one-stop shop. Tell me
Hmm.
some of the things that you offer and then talk about investing, always want to level up and then ensuring your equipment.
Yes. Yeah, I have full insurance because a lot of the venues here in Atlanta, as being an entertainer like me, you have to have insurance to even come in the venue. So I have over
Wow.
$2 million worth of coverage
Yes,
to
sir.
even be in the venue. Yeah. So you have that. That's one. That's one thing. And then two, investing is very important because I'm the type of person I don't like to use other people's stuff or be depending on nobody else for
Right.
nothing. I have
Yeah.
all my own sound. I have all my
Yes,
own
sir.
lights. I have my
Yeah.
own. sparklers. I have my own fog. I have my own DJ. All those DJ booths I own.
Yes,
Everything.
sir.
My TVs.
Yeah.
All that stuff is, because I just like to have my own, and it's very important to invest. Make those investments, because you'll make the return. I pay for that stuff, over and over and over and over again.
Yes, sir.
So it's very important to invest and have your own stuff. Now, there's nothing wrong with subcontracting. I have been to that point before.
Of course,
I haven't always,
right.
But you want to try to work to have your own everything.
Facts. I love it, man. Well, that is it, man. I have one last question. Well, two questions for you. You're a family guy. How important is family to you, and how important is it having that support of your spouse in your business, being a business owner?
Family is 110% important to me. Last week was our wedding anniversary. I turned down every single inquiry that came in. I turned it down. Everything.
Yes, sir.
My daughter started school 2 days after our anniversary. And I just wanted to really spend some time with family. And we try to balance it out, me and my wife as well. Because she has a full-blown business, and she still works a day job, as well. So family's everything, man. And I try my best to make sure I balance those things out. I do work a lot, especially on the weekends, but you might see us on a Tuesday night bowling. Or skating or
balance.
Dinner. Like we do a lot of that, man. We do a lot of that, So it's very important, bro. You got to do that. And my wife is my number one supporter, man. She's the one that pushed me to really get into the DJ thing. When I met her, I was doing nothing but playing drums.
Yeah. Wow.
So she said, "Hey, baby, if you feel like that's something you have an interest in, give it a try."
Yeah.
And it worked out great.
All right. Shout out her business, because she's an amazing baker as well, right?
Absolutely. Sweet Lois Cake is her Instagram name, which is SWEETLOIS Cake.
Yes, sir.
And that the Lois name came from her grandmother. So rest in peace to her grandmother. She named her business after her grandmother because that's where she got the love for baking.
That's amazing.
And it's www.sweetlois.com is her website as well.
That is what's up, man. Legacy. How do you want to be remembered?
I just want to be.
And you got a long way to go. I'm not sending you away, but I'm just saying, we're at the part of our life where we reflect, and we're always thinking about the future. You have children, 3 beautiful children. You're thinking about every move you make. I'm sure everything I do is thinking about the future. So we're at that point in our life. So how important is the legacy and what you leave here?
The legacy for me, man, I just want to be remembered and known as a great guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lot of fun. I think that's where the name Nutty came from. I've had that name since I was 15 years old. So I just want to be remembered as a great guy, great person, stand-up guy, do things right, treat people right. Because I'm just the type of person, I like to treat people the way that I want to be treated, man. And, I don't want to be treated like crap, so I'm not going to treat you like crap. Now, if you come at me sideways, I'm still from Baltimore. So
Baltimore,
just remember that. I'm always strapped. But outside of that, God be praised. And, I want to just be remembered as a great guy and make sure my family's set and taken care of, man. That's my biggest goal. My that's what I want to do. I want to be remembered as, man. Great
Absolutely. Guy. There you have it, man. Episode 6 is a wrap with my brother, DJ Nutty, Jonathan Hunter. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful that my guy took out time to hang out with me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Success.
I hope we weren't too boring, man.
No, man, that was amazing, man. Success and blessings to you, bro. You are a great person, for one, and then 2, an amazing musician, and then a great businessman, DJ, and entrepreneur. So I just wanted to bring you because I know you had something to share, something that would inspire and motivate the next generation, and also people that are in the grind like you, on the come up. You're rising. You are a rising star, bro. And I'm privileged to know you. I'm privileged to call you friend and brother. And I'm happy to see your success and your elevation, man. So I just wanted to bring you on the show to get some insight, to get some gems.
Yes,
you dropped them. You left enough for us to make a whole.
That's why I asked you earlier. I said, how much time you got? How many hours you got?
Oh, bro? Man. And we could literally keep going, but I don't want to hold everybody too long.
Right.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your time. And
real quick, man, I want to appreciate you too, man, for the invitation, bro.
Oh, no doubt.
I really appreciate, man. I really appreciate it. And I commend you on stepping out and doing this podcast, man. You always follow your dreams, man, because you never know where it'll lead you, bro.
Thank you.
That's serious. That's serious, man. That, don't ever let nobody tell you, nah, bro, you shouldn't do that, because I had people
yeah.
to tell me, oh, you shouldn't DJ. I say,
Yeah.
oh, really? And now they hitting me up asking for gigs.
Exactly.
But yeah, always follow your dreams, man. And I commend you on this, and I really appreciate the invitation, bro.
Thank you, man. Shout out your social media. So where can they find you? Your website, everything.
Yeah, website is www.djnutty.com. Instagram, DJ Nutty, the number 1. Facebook is DJ Nutty, the champ, THE champ. If you should be able to find me there. You know,
Yeah.
I'm everywhere, and I know Chip got me on his page. So
oh yeah, and he will travel. So
I do travel. Yeah,
for the bag.
Oh well, I mean, it's gonna cost you a little bit, but I do travel, and I'll definitely be. I would love to come and do something for you.
Absolutely. So there you have it, my guy, DJ Nutty. Episode 6 is a wrap. I appreciate you, bro. I'll be in contact with you soon. This episode is going live. It's live now, and it'll be audio will be available tomorrow. So I love and appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. So that concludes episode 6 of Musician Memoirs. I told you it was going to be dope. Nutty had a lot to share, and he dropped a lot of gems. He gave us a lot of insight on how he became a successful celebrity DJ. I'm so grateful to him. Our next interview is next week, August 19th, with super producer, Grammy Award-winning producer Cedric Thompson from Donald Lawrence, Tri-City Singers, Bishop T.D. Jakes, Karen Clark, so much more. You don't want to miss it. He is a legend. I mean, a legendary producer. Cedric Thompson will be my next guest from, is he from Charlotte? Is he from Charlotte? Charlotte, North Carolina. That's right. And he has written and produced and won a Grammy Award. He's going to tell us all about it. I'm super humbled that he's going to take time out to be on the show, and you don't want to miss it because he has a lot of stories. He's worked for the most epic artists in gospel and R&B, so you don't want to miss it. Cedric Thompson will be on the show next week, and we're going to be on In the Pocket with Chip G. That's going to be episode 6 of our Legends series. So join us next week. Actually, it's going to be on a Friday, not on a Wednesday. So Friday the 19th, we're going to air that. So I am grateful for you coming out. I thank you for hanging with me and rocking with me. I'm going to let you go. Thank you. Continue to stay in the pocket, and I'll see you next week.